formula. Michael, put that away. Thank you.
You can finish it.
I think it was a bird.
It was a bird. Midpoint formula. Remember how we do that?
No. Yeah.
Something about the distance.
I'm talking midpoint.
Oh, no.
Midpoint formula. Midpoint formula was the average of your x and y values.
Oh, me too.
Very good. It's y sub 1, y sub 2. You say x1, x2, that means it's x times 1, x times 2. It is picky. That's right. That's what we do.
Easier way to say it.
Distance formula. Remember, the distance formula is Pythagorean theorem. What? You didn't know that? It is.
Y sub 2 minus y sub 1.
Remember, think of it this way. Isn't this the change in x values?
Yeah.
Isn't this the change in y values? So this gives you the distance between the two. A squared plus b squared is c squared. This formula is the Pythagorean theorem.
Why is it even close?
You still got to figure out what, well, since everything's given to you in a triangle, you're going to get ordered pairs.
Wait, isn't it divided by 2.5?
No, that's midpoint.
And then there's a quadratic formula.
Now, the only other thing I wanted to remind you guys of here is that distance formula, midpoint, stuff you've all seen. But the one thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these things and just give it our own little twist, because that's what we do. We're going to talk about writing the equation of a perpendicular bisector. So what does a perpendicular bisector do? It bisects something, so it goes through the midpoint of a segment. And how do you create a right angle? How do you know something's been perpendicular in regards to ordered pairs? How do you know it makes 90 degrees? Opposite reciprocal slopes. Yeah. So that means we have to remind ourselves about slopes real quick. Slope is the change in y over the change in x. All right. So let's use these in the most difficult process that we have for today, writing the equation of the. Let's write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that is the perpendicular bisector of the following set of ordered pairs. I forgot what they were. -1 and 4, you probably did. 5 and 2. No, we didn't do perpendicular bisector. We wrote the equation of the line that was perpendicular. We didn't do the perpendicular bisector. So,
What's the other equation?
for what?
Y equals mx plus b.
Then there's point slope form. We'll go over that here in a second. Kellis.
Just, I'm good. Never mind.
Good. Glad you're good. All is good.
Yeah.
Very well. So what we're talking about here is we're going to do a couple of things. If we want to write the equation of a line with a perpendicular bisector, the first thing we want to do is just find the slope of the given 2 points. That's easy. To find the slope, 2 minus 4 over 5 minus -1. We get -2 over 6, otherwise known as -1/3. Everybody okay with that? Yeah. Oh yeah. What's the perpendicular slope to that?
I think 3.
Is it 3 or -3?
I thought it was 3.
I agree with you, Willis. It's 3. Perpendicular are opposite reciprocals. Change the sign, flip the fraction.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
And there was one point, there was like a couple of sections where I think where you said the reciprocal, oh wait, okay, so if it's the opposite reciprocal, that means it's the opposite of the
Opposite of the sign.
sign too.
Yeah.
Right? But if it's just a reciprocal,
You just flip it. Yeah. You keep. All right. So now we have the perpendicular slope, which means when we get into this, when we write out our equation, y equals mx plus b, we know 3 is going to be the slope. What I have to do now is figure out the points that it's going to go through. If it's going to be the perpendicular bisector, that means it's going to go through the midpoint. It's going to go through the midpoint of this, between these two. Find the midpoint of those two. Again, really easy. The midpoint, -1 and 5, divided by 2. 4 and 2, divided by 2. One thing I will suggest that you do if you're going to put these in your calculator, use the fraction bar. Because if you type in your calculator -1 plus 5 divided by 2, just like that, you will be wrong. The calculator doesn't know what you're talking about.
It is 5 divided by 2.
Correct. Yeah. So just use your calculator correctly. You'll get an ordered pair set of, what is that, 2 and 3. So now here's your slope. There's your point. Remember, it's always easier to use point-slope form. That's what you were talking about a second ago. To go back into that, y minus y sub 1 is your slope. X minus x sub 1. Substitute in your values and solve for y. This shouldn't take you very long. Y minus 3 is 3 times x minus 2. Strip it, yeah, it's 3x minus 6. Add 3, you get. And there's your example for today. Ready? I know. Plus, this works out well to be on a half day to do these because this won't take you very long. So this is section 10.1. It's already up online. It's page 592. 29 through 31, 41 through 43, and 47 through 50. I know. You should get this done before you walk out.
It's 11, right?
All right?
It's 11, right?
All day.